Please don't do this to me.
The light. Swim for the light.
There was something about the Pali coast of Molokai, something beautiful and mysterious that drew me to it. I thought it was the isolated beauty, the vertical veils of water dropping to the sea, the magnificent fishing. But it was none of these. What drew me back to Molokai that Friday night was fate.
Dank für Ihr Licht. Ich werde erdrücken ohne es.
Sie müssen Durst haben. Es ist nur Wasser. Habe keine Angst.
Why are you speaking German?
You spoke German to me.
Oh, I do that. When I'm frightened, I was raised Amish. A long time ago. Where did you learn German?
My father taught me. Is there anyone else in the water?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I can't remember. Everything's fuzzy.
Did the rain squall capsize your boat?
Squall?
You don't remember the squall.
No.
What do you remember?
The light? I was swimming towards the light and it was getting brighter and brighter. And then I was on the reef with you. You saved my life.
My name's Nick. Nick Crowfoot.
I'm Rachel. Rachel.
Rachel what?
I can't remember.
Take it easy. Relax. Trauma sometimes causes temporary amnesia. It'll come back to you.
Are you a doctor?
No. I'm a cop. What are you, afraid of cops?
I can't remember. Who are you calling?
A friend of mine in the Coast Guard. They'll medevac you to the emergency center at Wailuku.
I don't need emergency treatment.
First, you don't need water. And now you don't need medical attention. I don't think you know what you need.
I need you. I didn't mean that the way that it sounded.
I like the way it sounded.
I just meant that you've done all that's necessary.
All I've done is offer you water, which you've refused. And now you've got amnesia.
Just temporarily.
And you're covered with coral cuts, which if you don't get treated, you're in for a nasty infection.
Not cut.
You've got to be cut.
Huh?
You don't have a scratch.
My dress protected me? What's wrong?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong. You're absolutely fine.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm just not used to miracles. Damn. Phone's not gonna work in here. Too late at night to land a chopper in this cove anyway. Hapu Bay's only 15 minutes from here. Beach is wide enough to land a chopper there. Rachel! Rachel! I'd spent the weekend searching for Rachel, but she'd vanished without a trace, leaving only the echo of her laughter, which I couldn't get out of my mind or my heart.
Hell of a weekend.
What do you know about my weekend?
Your weekend? I was talking about mine. I worked undercover at the sugar mill Saturday night.
Somehow, Lisa, I just don't see you as a waitress.
Hooker. I dress up pretty good in high heels and a short skirt.
I'll bet.
How was your weekend, Nicky?
I went fishing
Where?
off Molokai.
Good island, especially around the Polly. No telling what you might catch off that reef. What?
When did you meet her?
Who?
Her.
I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't?
I started sketching and she just sort of happened. Funny thing is, I'd intended to do one of those boring waterfront numbers the tourists gobble up. But she came out instead. You know her, don't you, Nicky?
Why would you say that?
I think I got her from you.
Lisa, please, don't start with this.
Admit it, Nick. I'm tuned into your mind.
Ooh. Lisa, you're not tuned into my mind. She's a familiar face. You saw her on TV or in the movies. In fact, she looks a lot like Julia Roberts.
I don't think so, Nicky.
Nick, news on.
Go.
We got trouble. He just strapped the flight back to his chest and it looks like he's holding some sort of detonator.
Damn it!
Bomb?
What else? Well, the good news is the bomb's not on the girl.
And the bad news?
It looks like the detonator's got a dead man switch.
So if we take him out,
The bomb still goes boom. Listen up. Snatcher's wired to a bomb, so we're gonna make the swap. Let him take the money and run. After that, new zone I'll tail him. The rest of you hold tight. You set?
I'm Japanese, babe. You think if Nuzzo didn't have Alzheimer's, he might have told us about this bomb a little sooner, maybe?
Jimmy, a little girl's life's at stake here. This isn't
My
time.
life's at stake. I'm the one going out there armed with only my breath to face a Bakada with a bomb strapped to his chest.
You want me to make the swap?
And give up the TV coverage?
Is that why you're doing this?
That little Howley's uncle is in the Justice Department. Didn't know that, did you?
Nope.
This little swap is going to be my business class ticket to Washington.
Jimmy Takato, federal agent. I like the sound of that.
Me too.
But then again, I'd like the sound of anything that got you off Maui.
You'll miss me, Crowfoot. I'm the only real detective among you meter maids.
If anything goes wrong, Jimmy, we meter maids are all that stands between you and ruptured organs. So why do you work so hard to tick us off?
Puts an edge on it, Crowfoot. Puts an edge on it.
By the way, your Bakada is wearing a detonator with a dead man's switch. Excuse me. Can I get a baby squash, please?
Sure thing.
Thank you. Had Rachel really said I need you? Or had I imagined it? Had I imagined her? Remember, this little girl's lives in our hands, so let's be cool.
He's on the detonator, Nick.
Are you okay?
Yeah, but Kelly's all wet.
Don't yap at me in that bastard Japanese. You want to speak the language, speak it pure.
So sorry.
You think that's funny?
Put a rain on it, Jimmy.
It's okay, Nick.
It's not okay.
Lighten up, brah.
I ain't your bra, Kale. This is between me and Detective Ishima, so keep your poi-sucking face out of this.
Why'd you blow it?
She didn't, Jimmy. I did. And if I hadn't, they'd be picking up pieces of you and that little girl instead of just the bacada.
You saying I would have blown the swap?
No, I'm saying you would have died.
How the hell do you know?
He had a vision.
Lisa, I did not have a vision. Do you mind?
How else could you know Jimmy and the little girl would die?
Oh, she got you this time, Nick.
It's the Cheyenne in him. The Cheyenne were always very good at precognitive visions. Almost as good as my Hawaiian ancestors.
This is ridiculous.
But fascinating.
I saw Calais trip and drop his gun. Bacada saw it too. It didn't take a vision to figure out what was going to happen next.
Did you trip?
Here. Jimmy, listen. I'm really sorry if I blew your shot at Washington. But knowing you, there'll be others.
Sooner than you think, Crowfoot. Sooner than you think.
You went for that bacada before Carly tripped.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Lisa, you're obviously going to believe what you want to believe. So let's just drop it.
Okay.
Thank you.
After you look me in the eye and tell me you didn't have a vision.
I didn't have a vision.
Not the window. Me. Nick? Now what are you looking at? Nicky?
Why'd you run away?
It's a bad habit. Started when I was 16.
I searched for you all weekend.
Do you like my dress? It's all I wore before I went gay.
What?
Oh, when you run away from home and you're Amish, it's called going gay. It would bother you if I was gay?
It would if you were an Amish. How'd you disappear Friday?
Don't you love the smell of the sea? I used to smell it every spring as a little girl. Even though the ocean was 100 miles away, I could smell the salt air. You know, I think it was the seagulls, because they used to come by the thousands whenever we plowed. And maybe they brought the scent of the sea with them. What do you think?
I think it sounds like your memory's back. Do you remember your last name?
Do you remember yours?
Why would you say that?
It just popped into my head. Crowfoot's not your real name, is it?
It's my mother's.
You don't use your father's?
He didn't marry my mother.
You were a love child.
I never quite thought of it like that.
I always wanted to be a love child. But the odds are, when you're number 6, it was just a cold night in the middle of winter. I don't know if my parents ever were in love. I never saw them kiss. I never saw them hug. I never even saw them hold hands. I didn't want my life to be like that.
Is that why you ran away?
I guess so. See, ever since then, I've spent most of my life looking for someone, you know? Someone who I know is out there.
But you can never quite find. What's wrong? Oi.
What are you running from? What? What is it, that cigarette boat? I can protect you, Rachel. I'm a cop.
No, you can't.
What?
No! Don't touch me! Just don't touch me.
Oh, Nick! The mayor's looking for you. Ooh, and Lisa's looking
Where'd she
for
go?
you. Lisa, she's upstairs.
No, redhead, pretty, brown eyes, mid-20s. 5'8", 120 pounds, dark blue dress.
Redhead?
She had to run right over you.
She'd done it again, vanished without a trace. Maybe I wasn't just losing my heart. Maybe it was my mind. And again, maybe not.
The cigarette boat you're talking about is the fastest on the island. She belongs to a Steve Kinsberg, big L.A. divorce lawyer. You don't clear $1 million a year, he won't even break bread with you.
I hate divorce lawyers.
So did Steve. His ex is hitting him up big time. You'd think if anybody would know better than to divorce a woman in the state of California, it would be a divorce lawyer.
How many kids?
2.
It's too bad.
Did Kinsberg take his boat out last Friday night?
You know, in Chicago, a question like that is usually accompanied by a memory stimulator.
Angel, did you know someone was peddling hot portable phones on the island?
I had a charter Friday night, about 2 a.m. I see a rooster tail just south of me. Now, I can't swear it was Kinsberg's, but how many boats kick a tail like that?
Where was this?
Palisade of Molokai.
When did you start shark chartering? I thought marlin was your specialty.
Everybody wants to catch the tiger that ate that girl Tuesday.
That's sick.
Ain't it? I heard that all they found was her head, half of her chest, and one arm, none of which were connected.
How's the fire?
He don't need a fire.
You always speak to the marina like that.
Yeah, he thinks he owns the place.
Came in pretty hot.
Well, no harm, no foul.
I'm Detective Crowfoot. This is Detective Potty would like to talk to you about your boat.
You can't afford her. That was a joke.
She was seen off Molokai Friday night about the time of an incident we're investigating.
An incident? Detective Crow's Feet?
It's Crowfoot. Singular.
Oh, sorry. No offense.
None taken. What were you doing out there Friday night?
First you tell me what this is all about.
Afraid I can't do that without compromising our investigation.
That crap may go over really big on a reservation, but not with me. I'm a lawyer.
Which makes you an officer of the court. I think an officer of the court would want to cooperate with the police investigation.
You think wrong, Chief. My turn.
Newzo.
I don't like his mouth.
Neither do I, but I'm not lying in court again just so you can kick the crap out of another lawyer. My partner hates divorce lawyers.
Doesn't everyone?
No. Not like Newzo. He hasn't seen his 19-year-old daughter since she was 5. Now that might be his fault. But he blames it on divorce lawyers. So every time we arrest one, he kicks them around a little bit.
Well, it might be something to think about. If I'd broken the law, but since I haven't.
How about speeding?
Couldn't have been my boat. I didn't take her out on Friday.
You can prove that?
Yes, I can prove that. I'll give you the number of my ex-wife in L.A. Nora flew in on Friday for a settlement meeting. I took about as much abuse from her as I could, and I walked out. That was about 9 at night.
And after that?
After that, I met my girlfriend, Alice, at Chemo's for dinner. Spent the rest of the night at my place. Here are both of their numbers. Is that good enough?
Could anyone else have used your boat Friday night?
Yeah, Nora could have. before she flew back on Saturday. She knows where I hide the key. Just like that bitch to use my boat to get me in trouble.
Anyone else?
My mechanic takes her out for test runs every once in a while. The monk wouldn't have gone to Molokai. What? You know Monk?
Nothing. Thank you very much, Mr. Kinsberg. You've been very cooperative.
What was that all about?
Did you have a good time? That's what it's all about.
Could this be Monk?
Going to work when the surf's up.
It's the new me.
It's the same old look.
But never judge a grunge by his...
How about his toolbox?
Guys, would you just, cut me some slack here? There you go, check it out. No crack, no blow, no pot. Nothing but the tools of my trade. You dudes ever gonna get off my back?
Probably not.
So why don't you a little corner of paradise?
Man, I got the right to live anywhere I want.
Tammy Sue just wanted the right to live.
You remember Tammy Sue, don't you, Monk?
That's her, all right. You guys caught the tiger that ate that girl last Tuesday. Hey, Nuzzo, Crowfoot, what are you guys doing back? I'm fresh out of information. Besides, we're going over to Chemo's for some supper. You want to join us? My pals here are buying.
Sure.
Another time, Angel.
Oh, come on. Never trust a cop that passes up a free meal.
I'll catch up with you.
All right.
Can I give you a word of advice?
No.
Running investigations on pretty young girls who vanish is not good for the gut or the heart.
Thank you, Nuzzo. I'll remember that pearl.
Ciao.
See you later.
I didn't order my time, Leah.
It's from the lady at the bar. I think she's got the hots for you, Nick.
People who watch sunsets alone die alone.
Who told you that?
God.
You talk to God.
He talks, I listen. Here's to God's sunset. And getting a little. Relax, Nicky. I know you have the hots for the girl I painted.
Julia Roberts.
Your vanishing redhead.
What do you know about her?
More than you, less than you.
Lisa, cut with the fortune cookie talk, okay?
Wrong Oriental allegory.
If you know something about her, tell me.
I saw you this morning from the window. You told Nuzo you were talking to a redhead. I didn't see any redhead.
Your glasses were broken.
I saw you.
What, now you think I'm making her up?
No. I think only you see her.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Why? This morning, only you saw what was going to happen. Nick, I know you had a vision. My ancestors and yours followed the same spiritual path. They've given us eyes to see where others are blind, ears to hear where others are deaf. Some of us anyway. Because when it comes to mystical visions, I'm the Helen Keller of the family. But my grandmother had the gift, and my father too. So I recognize it. You have the gift, Nick. You have it, and you deny it. Why? What? What was that?
Ona hoku o kalani luna o kanaloa ia moku ike ia e kanui manu ma'amalele ke aloha.
Fine monk?
Of course I found him. He'll meet you at the boat.
Good. Bartender?
I'd like a drink, please.
Honey, go get yourself a yogurt at Wiki Wiki. It's healthier.
There's a hand-painted T-shirt at Second Skin. I'd look real cute in.
Okay, go get a T-shirt. I'll meet you there in 15 minutes.
This really isn't enough. It's got 2 hand-painted cantaloupes with vines and everything.
The Carl shredded her dress. She didn't have a scratch.
Often an ordeal like that. She wasn't thirsty.
I think she was. She reached for my water bottle, then she jerked her hand back.
Have you touched her?
No. I mean, not really. I think she's afraid of me.
She's afraid of the truth.
What truth?
She's dead, Nick.
So that's why she won't touch anything.
You betcha, Red Rider.
Lisa, I don't believe in ghosts.
My father used to surf with a kahuna who was drowned in 1836. I'm sorry, Nick. Your Wahine is a ghost.
She's a woman with amnesia.
She has amnesia because she's blocking the memory of her death. To remember would force her to accept the truth. That's your job.
My job.
You're the only one who can see her.
Lisa, you're crazy. You're moon-howling, ghost-dancing crazy.
Why, not me? Was I too cute or something? You're the most stubborn Indian in the world!
It must be the German in me.
What are you going to do?
I thought I'd be a detective instead of a mystic.
How? By harassing Monk?
Come here. What is this thing you have got for Monk?
I don't have a thing for Monk. I can't stand to see anybody persecuted because of their appearance.
It's not because of his appearance, Lisa. Monk was accused of Tammy Sue's rape and murder.
And found innocent.
And found innocent. Listen, I'm checking out Kinsberg and his ex-wife, too. Either one of them could have had that boat out there Friday night as well as last Tuesday.
Tuesday? I thought Friday night was all you cared about.
I got a hunch that cigarette was off Molokai when the sharks nailed that girl, too.
You're talking serial killer?
Maybe. That's why I'm going to the morgue in the morning to see what they've got on the girl.
Good idea. There may still be some energy left in her body. My grandmother once laid hands on a dead uncle and saw where he'd hidden his money. I bet you if you laid your hand on...
Good night, Lisa.
Nick, I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm not, before you fall in love with her, make sure there's someone to fall in love with.
It's too late, Lisa. I've loved her since the moment I first saw her. Maybe before. Rachel's the woman I've been searching for all my life.
Nick, you can't make love to a ghost?
Why not? Your dad surfed with one, didn't he?
Hey, save the film for the sharks we're gonna catch.
Nick, when you can bring me some more paka.
Maybe tomorrow.
I love avocados too. They're a real treat.
Where'd you disappear to this morning?
I went to the fair and I won a ribbon too.
1983?
You know, I'd eat nothing but avocados if my thighs could afford them.
You have great thighs. Great calves. Perfect ankles. And I love your smile.
Ah!
You almost ran her over! He acted like he didn't see you.
Don't you love papayas? They're very good for your digestion, too. And, oh, look at these plums.
Pick some for me. I never know when they're ripe.
Oh, no, I'm the worst. You pick them.
Why won't you let me touch you?
I've just never liked strangers touching me.
We're not strangers. We knew that the moment we met.
Do you like melons? They have some great melons over here.
I have a partner who has this theory about you.
He does?
She does.
Your partner's a woman. That's interesting. And I've always thought that a female police officer...
Rachel, catch.
I got it. I got the plum. I can hold a plum. Oh my God. What's happening?
I think you know.
No, I don't know. I don't even know my name. How do you expect me to know? Stoltz. My last name is Stoltz. Rachel Anna Stoltz. And I have 3 brothers, Eric, Johann, and Peter, and I have 2 sisters, Maria and Greta. My memory's back.
Including Friday night?
I don't want to talk about Friday night.
Rachel, we've got to talk about it.
No, we have to talk about what just happened over there.
But don't you get it? It's all tied together. Your memory's coming back because of what just happened there, and you lost it because of what happened Friday night.
See, all I want to remember about Friday night is that you saved me.
I wish I had. I'm afraid I didn't.
Stop talking like that. You're scaring me.
Rachel,
only the living can touch.
You're dead?
No, I'm not dead. You are.
Me? Why me?
I passed right through you.
I passed through you.
Rachel, look, I'm solid.
Yeah, well, I can hold a plum. Ghosts can't hold plums.
All right, fine. It's a little weird, but there's
No buts. No buts. I can hold a plum.
What does that prove? That neither one of us is dead?
Okay, I'll buy that.
Rachel, how do you explain the fact that we just passed right through each other?
Well, the stars shouldn't shine, but they do.
What?
Yeah. According to the laws of physics, the stars shouldn't shine. The odds of them shining are the same as you and I passing through each other.
And that's your explanation.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Rachel, your twinkle, twinkle theory's absurd.
Well, I like it a hell of a lot better than one of us being...
Not one of us! You.
Well, why not you?
Because people see me. They talk to me. Hell, they even try and shoot me.
Somebody shot you.
No one shot me.
Well, how do you know? If I'm supposed to be dead and I don't know it, then why can't you be dead and you not know it?
Because I'm not the one suffering from amnesia.
Yeah, well, I can hold a plum.
Excuse me. Do you see a woman standing next to me?
Do you see a man standing next to me?
That's confusing.
Why?
Because now you're gonna claim she's looking at you.
Well, she is.
Who are you looking at?
Yes, who are you looking at?
You did it again. Oh, great. Now look what you've done.
What I've done?
Ma'am, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Can't hear you.
Yes, she can. Ma'am, I'm a police officer. Please stop. Yes, I told you she could. Rachel!
I wanted to tell Lisa about last night, but to say it aloud would have forced me to face the truth. And God knows I didn't want to face the truth. I wanted Rachel alive. Of course, the cop in me had already accepted that she was dead, which was why I was driving to the morgue to examine the body of the other woman who died off Molokai last week.
This may be more difficult than I thought.
You don't have to look.
I was talking about convincing Rachel that she's dead.
Lisa, for once, just concentrate on what we're here to do.
Okay. I'll distract them. You lay your hands on the body.
I'm not laying my hands on the body.
Well,
Not much there.
2 appendages, one upper, one lower, and a cranium with a partial torso.
Is that why you haven't been able to identify this victim?
Dr. Hirota's identified her.
I've only made a tentative identification.
Well, who do we tentatively have here, Doc?
A woman named Melissa Wells from El Paso, Texas. I can't be positive until her fingerprint and dental records arrive. They were mailed today.
Ever hear of a fax?
If that will be all.
Why are you so reluctant to let us examine the remains?
Because I believe you two are here only to satisfy your morbid curiosities.
That's a strange statement from someone who cuts corpses for a living.
If you will excuse me, I have important work to do.
What's his problem?
I don't know. He was very cooperative with the other detective.
What other detective?
I didn't get his name. Young, good-looking, Japanese.
Jimmy.
Yeah.
He faxed us the description of the missing woman.
You hear of any missing woman?
No. Jimmy must have kept it to himself.
Did the other detective say who filed the original report?
Yes, a tour group operator when Miss Wells didn't show for the flight home.
Would you open it, please? Did you put the remains on the table? Not much there to make even a tentative ID with.
Sex, estimated age, and hair coloring match the missing persons report on Melissa Wells.
Anything at all to indicate she might have been murdered?
Murdered? No. Her death was caused by the massive trauma and hemorrhaging typical of a shark attack. Not any weapon I know of.
What if a shark was a weapon? Lisa.
Lisa.
I'm all right. If I could have a little water.
Of course.
Okay?
The body's all yours. I've been such a fool. I'm sorry. You think after all these years, I'd be used to dead bodies?
No one gets used to remains like that.
Picked up something from her body. I could feel the vibration across the room. At one point, you practically jumped out of your skin.
I may be a psychic Helen Keller, but I know when someone has the gift, and you had it.
Why do you continue to deny you have spiritual powers?
My mother used to tell me her father could fly, that he could soar like a falcon,
He could shape shift.
and that one day I would too. So I used to try. I'd climb all the way to the top of the highest peak in the valley and I'd try to fly. But no matter how hard I tried, it never happened. Not until the day my parents went away. It was the first time they'd ever gone anywhere without me, and I was angry. All that anger, all that energy concentrated in one thought, one desire to become the falcon and fly. And then it happened. The rush was so great that I forgot about my parents. I forgot about everything except the thrill of soaring. Until I saw our van on the road below me. All I wanted to do was surprise them, to show them my power, to teach them never to leave me alone again. So I went after them like a falcon after a rabbit. We were killed instantly. Police said my father lost control when the front tire blew out. But I knew the truth.
You didn't kill them. You didn't.
I did if I have the power you keep telling me I have. Until that day on the cliff, I was never really sure if my memory was a dream or reality. But even if it was only a dream, that didn't make it any less powerful. I'd never told that story to anyone before. And even though Lisa stopped talking about my abilities, I couldn't help thinking that maybe she was right. Rachel did need to remember her past to move on. And maybe I did too. For the next 2 days, Lisa and I kept tabs on Monk and Steve while Nuzo tracked down Steve's ex-wife. He found her in an exclusive little resort in a remote corner of Maui. It was a 4.5-hour drive, and Lisa never once brought up Rachel. She didn't have to. Rachel was everywhere. A glint of red hair on the beach, a flash of a smile in the crowd. Rachel was everywhere. Rachel.
Actually, it was great.
Nick, Lisa, about time you two showed up. I want you to meet Steve Kinsberg's wife, Nora.
You look like you've seen a ghost.
From the back, you look a little bit like a friend of mine.
Lucky girl.
Nora was just filling me in on divorce. California style. In L.A., you have to support your ex-wife until the case settles, then pay her alimony on top of that.
Which is why a smart woman won't settle for years.
Can't he take you to court and end it?
It's not that easy, especially if you have kids.
What do kids have to do with it?
You can charge him with child abuse. It buys you at least another year.
You use the kids?
I had to. Of course, all of this costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees, which he has to pay since he's earning all the money.
Mrs. Kinsberg.
Nora.
Mr. Kinsberg told us you might have used his cigarette boat.
Our cigarette boat.
Your cigarette boat. Friday night?
He tried to trick me into going out on your money, but I didn't bite.
Why would he do that?
Living in L.A., I don't use it. So the court ordered him to maintain it until we settle. However, if I did use it, I was to be charged with half the maintenance. That's a couple of grand a month.
So he did try and get you to use the boat Friday?
He wanted to go to Molokai and do it by the waterfalls like we did in the old days, and I almost went for it, too. See, if we had had sex Friday night, then Friday would have been our new date of separation. And all the money that he'd earned in the last 3 years would be community property.
Don't you have any self-respect?
For $10 million, would you?
Hey, look at this.
Thanks to the diligence of Maui Detective Jimmy Takato, an alleged murderer who fed his victim to the sharks is now safely behind bars. Detective Takato, everyone thought the body recovered off Molokai last Tuesday was a shark attack victim. What made you think murder?
The gods love the obscure and hate the obvious. So does a good detective.
Jimmy.
Since tourism is the lifeblood of the islands, any investigation into a shark attack tends to focus on the predator rather than the victim. I focused on the victim. I traced how she spent her vacation on Maui. Found out that she was last seen with an alleged sex offender. Dr. Hirota, would you join me, please? Dr. Hirota's cooperation enabled me to conduct my investigation without alerting the suspect, and to apprehend him with incriminating evidence still in his possession. And for that, I will always be grateful.
The evidence Detective Takato is referring to is a sensational series of photos taken of the victim. These pictures, some of the victim nude and unconscious, are too graphic for television.
That's your money. Oh my God, they didn't arrest Steve, did they?
Don't worry, Jimmy didn't arrest your meal ticket.
I didn't kill her. I know no one here believes me, but I swear to God, that's the truth.
What happened, Monk?
I picked Melissa up at Chemo's, and she said she was flying home in the morning for another year wiping kindergartner butts, and, you know, she wanted to do something a little exciting her last night.
So you took her for a ride on your money?
Yeah, but that's not the kind of excitement she was talking about. I mean, I've known some wild chicks, but this girl was randy. We did it in the car, channel. I off the coast of Molokai so many times, I lost count. Finally, I just fell asleep, you know?
No.
No, it wasn't out long, though, because some woke me up, and I looked around for Melissa, but she was gone. And I know better than to swim in the reef at night by myself. So, you know, I started yelling at her for, you know, come back, come back. She never did.
Why didn't you report it?
Who's gonna believe me, huh? You dudes think I killed Tammy Sue?
I don't, Monk.
What about the photos?
Yeah, I took the photos, but she wasn't whacked out or anything. She was asleep. I don't know how they got my car. I gave him to Steve, and I thought he was going to take care of him for me. I don't know.
Did you tell Steve everything you just told us?
Oh, yes. I was scared. I needed to talk to somebody. Besides, the man's a lawyer.
Out! All of you! Damn it, he hasn't seen the public defender yet.
He waived his rights.
I don't care. You're not going to blow this one for me.
If you question Kinsberg...
What do I have to do? Send you smoke signals?
That's not nice, Jimmy.
Tough.
Jimmy, Monk is telling the truth. I know it.
Soy dinero!
また戦わないか? Go ahead. 人に前でやらない方がよかったんです。
Kinsberg knows nothing.
I told him everything.
He said you told him you took your money out on Tuesday, but you never mentioned anything about a girl.
He's lying.
What about Friday night?
What?
Did you take the boat out Friday night, too?
Friday? What's Friday got to do with anything?
Did you take your money out Friday night?
No.
What about Steve?
I don't know what Steve did Friday night.
How about his ex-wife?
Yeah, I don't even know his ex-wife.
You satisfied, Crowfoot?
Lisa, you gotta believe me. I didn't do it. I swear to God, you gotta believe me.
I believe you.
You know, they don't.
They didn't believe you the last time either. But I got you out, didn't I? Have a little faith.
I didn't know what hold Monk had over Lisa, but she was wrong. He'd murdered Tammy Sue and Melissa, and maybe Rachel too. Why maybe? Why didn't Monk's murdering Rachel feel right? What was I missing? Besides Rachel. I'll get you a dry towel.
Oh, no. It's not necessary. I enjoy being wet.
You don't want to catch your death. That's what happened to the Hawaiians, you know. The missionaries made them wear those silly muumuus, which once they got wet, stayed wet. Poor natives caught pneumonia and died. Running around naked like they did before Cook showed up, that was much healthier. Why don't you take your dress off? I'll dry it by the fire.
I don't think I can.
Sure you can. Just undo the top button. And the next. And the next. And then you just step out of it. You are so incredibly beautiful.
I know how you feel. I can touch things that are dead, but if they're alive...
Rachel, it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna make it better, but I'm gonna need your help. Where do you go when you leave me?
You're not gonna believe me.
Yes, I will.
I go back.
Back where?
The past.
The past.
When I left you on the reef, I went back to being a little girl on the farm. I knew you wouldn't believe me.
No. Go on, please.
I was helping my sisters tend to the fruit stand my papa put up on the Lidditz Pike. It was the day the rainbow van stopped. And this beautiful man and woman climbed out. They were hippies, I think. I didn't pay much attention after I saw the boy.
The boy?
He was a little older than me, and I couldn't take my eyes off him.
I couldn't take my eyes off you either.
My God, it's Papa.
Your father didn't want to sell it, but my mom talked him into it, remember? In the market, you had a red ribbon on the '83 Texas State Fair.
Yes, I went back to being a nanny with the Wiggins family in Dallas. I won second prize in the apple pie contest, and then I got stuck.
On the Ferris wheel.
You were there?
I was in the chair above you. I kept making funny faces to keep those little kids entertained.
You were wearing a football jersey.
Invaluable in picking up girls.
You didn't try and pick me up.
You had 2 kids with you. And last night. Where'd you go last night?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean you're not sure?
It was night and there were boats.
You were in a marina.
I guess so.
That's the dress you were wearing on the reef.
No, it's not.
You went back to Friday night, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Did it happen all over again?
I don't remember.
Oh, don't you see, Rachel? If you can remember, then you can change what happened.
No. No, I can't. Because when I'm back in the past, I don't remember the present. It's only when I'm here with you that I realize where I've been. So I can't change what I can't remember.
You'll never know until you try.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I love you. I love you, Rachel. I want to be with you. I want to hold you. I want to make love to you. And this may be the only way. What were you doing in the marina Friday night?
I was looking for someone.
Who?
You. I've always been looking for you.
But you met someone else first, didn't you?
He came out of the dark. He surprised me, and before I knew it, my hands were tied. And then he threw water, and he just left me there. And I tried to swim to shore. I tried. But I didn't make it, did I?
No.
Oh, God.
You didn't make it.
Oh, God. I am dead. I'm dead.
Rachel was gone. I'd forced her to face the truth, and now I didn't know if I'd ever find her again. But I knew I had to try.
Rachel?
A focused sense of self is a far more effective tool to solve crimes than any forensic instrument I know. Unfortunately, in the West, emphasis still remains on forensic laboratory research.
To what do you attribute that?
Arthur Conan Doyle.
When did you begin to investigate her disappearance?
Rachel was gone, and nothing else mattered. At least in my heart. But thank God there's a part of me that never forgets who I am and what I'm here for. And that's the part that keeps me going.
Why would Monk admit taking these Polaroids of Melissa and then lie about giving them to Steve?
To get you to react the way you're reacting.
Jimmy didn't have the probable cause to search the boat, but he did to search Monk's car. I think he planted these.
Whatever Jimmy may have done, Monk is still guilty.
Based on what? Planted evidence?
Lisa, if it has stripes and looks like a horse, you can bet your mother's shoes it's a zebra.
My mother didn't wear shoes.
All you gotta do is look at Monk to know he's a serial killer.
If we convicted on looks, you'd be doing time with John Gotti.
Didn't Steve say Nora flew back to the mainland on Saturday?
That's right, he did. Why would he think that?
Because that's what she told him. He's on the hook for the settlement trip, so instead of flying home, she snuck off to Hana, where she's running up a couple of grand a day in charges.
What's that bitch?
I wonder how long she thinks she's gonna get away with it.
A long time. Steve thinks Nora's dead. What were you chanting?
Thought we could use a little help tonight, so I called on our Aumakua to join us.
Our Aumakua?
Our ancestors. The animals that we're reborn into in the next life. If we're good.
Not talking about sharks, are you?
Oh, my Aumakua is not a shark. It's a bird. Like yours.
Lisa put you up to this, right? You guys are tag teaming me.
Lisa? That.
Can't believe she told you about my grandfather. And the falcon?
Your Aumakua's a falcon? I thought it was a hawk. They're leaving. Nick, if you need your Aumakua tonight, it will be there.
Detective Crowfoot and a new partner. This last one looked like he stepped out of a colorized movie.
I love colorized movies.
So does Detective Kale.
As a purist, I resist colorization, but the classic movie buff in me finds it fascinating.
My favorite's Casablanca. Have you seen Casablanca?
What the hell do you want, Crowfoot?
A little private conversation. Kale, why don't you buy the young lady an after-dinner drink while Mr. Ginsburg...
He's not buying her anything.
We'll discuss the murder of his ex-wife.
Mahalo.
Is it true murder's cheaper than divorce in California?
Look, I didn't murder Nora. It's the last thing I would do. What do you think I am, stupid? I'd be the #1 suspect.
Unless she died accidentally. Say a shark attack off Molokai.
Monk? Monk killed Nora too?
No, Monk didn't kill Nora.
Well, I didn't do it. I was nowhere near my boat. I told you. Alice could swear to that.
I didn't say you killed Nora.
Well, I assumed you were accusing me.
Never assume. It can be fatal. Come in, counselor. You don't want out?
What's happening?
Judge Cook said bail.
Well, I ain't got bail money.
You don't need it.
think I figured out why you helped me, Lisa. It's not me. It's someone I remind you of, ain't it?
What's all this?
Oh, these right up here on top. That makes fresh water. Check it out and back. This big box back here, this converts garbage, anything, to methane fuel. Oh, solar panels in the back, they power my tube, stereo, whatever. Oh, and this is also my dryer. Check it out. Oh, you wanna get in? Yeah, I got it. What's your feet? You're sitting in the wheels of the future right now.
I hope not. No wonder Jimmy couldn't find the keys. Whose are these?
Melissa.
Recognize this?
Yeah, it's a picture of Nora.
Taken when you were still together?
Well, obviously. What the hell's your point?
She looks a little like a woman I know.
Oh, yeah? Well, if she's anything like Nora, take my advice. Stay the hell clear of her.
Monk didn't know Nora, did he?
I don't know. I guess not. He's only been working my boat a couple of months.
You should have given him a better photo.
What the hell are you talking about?
He killed the wrong woman.
You bastard! I hate you!
Who's are you?
Johnny tried to kill me! I hate you!
Isn't that what you tried to do to him? Don't. Hey, Monk killed her. The most I'm guilty of is manslaughter.
Second-degree murder, tops. You can't execute a guy for second-degree murder. You want me to read him his rights? Partner? Partner? Don't you scare me like that again.
Would have been one less lawyer.
That's no trade for me. Now, if it was two less lawyers.
You're booking Kinsberg for what?
Murder.
How'd Monk get out of jail?
Lisa bailed him.
Damn it, Newsom, you get on the phone to Lieutenant Diogi, the Coast Guard. Tell him we need a favor to get a chopper out to the Poly fast.
Okay.
What's going on?
Kinsberg. He set up his ex-wife to be knocked off by Monk, only Monk fed the wrong woman to the sharks.
Lisa.
Roll for it!
Hey, get the hell out of the way!
Angel!
Hey, what the hell is going on? First Kinberg's cigarette almost hits me and then Nick.
Can you catch her?
What? The cigarette? You gotta be kidding.
If Monk's taking Lisa to Molokai to feed her to the sharks.
Hang on, baby. Ain't the old girl a piece of work?
Can you see him?
Yeah, Nick's right behind him.
Angel, what's happening?
I can see Nick, but the cigarette's gone.
I believed in you.
No. No, you believed in who I reminded you of, not me. Nobody believes in me.
Nick, you need your Elma foot tonight? It will be there.
You didn't kill them. You didn't.
there, but I don't see Lisa. Lisa! Lisa!
Lisa! Lisa! Lisa, you scared the hell out of me! Rachel!
Yes. Oh. God, that felt so good.
I thought you were gone forever.
I couldn't go on, not without saying goodbye.
No! No! Stay with me! I love you.
And I love you. Goodbye, Nick.
Lisa.
I always knew you had the hots for me, Nicky.
I don't know if I was on the reef that night to help Rachel face her death, or if she was there to help me face myself. Whichever it was doesn't matter to me, because for a brief moment we touched, and it was the sweetest kiss I've ever known. So I go back to the reef, time after time, to the shadow of that mysterious island, to fish the reef with the hope that some night, somehow, Rachel will find her way back to me.
Pai ka mako ka uai, ano ka mawai